In this video, I'm going to go through the redesigning process for active learning of material science and engineering fundamentals. This course background organization was based on Callister textbook, a survey of field of material science for non-material science majors, 4 hours per week for 14 weeks, and a blended format. The students were expected to prepare for each whole class meeting by reading the textbook and lecture slides, and for the online version, the pre-recorded videos. And we use Canvas to centralize course information and practice quizzes and weekly quizzes. The course was organized in 3 large units, and I had 2 midterm exam and 1 final. The class was in active learning classroom, which were not big, 110 maximum capacity. The students sit around a table in small groups of 5 and 10. Each table had its own wireless monitor, and it was a suitable environment for group working. The redesign for active learning in high enrollment class, in fact, was a contract, 2 years, and sponsored by university and executed by Do It Technology. And it was just to integrate evidence-based, student-centered practices and effective uses of technologies with ongoing assessment in multiple forms. The students in this course spend a significant amount of study time on activities that require them to actively processing and applying information in a variety of ways. Problem-based case studies, engaging in group problem solving in group discussion, and completing technology-enhanced assignments. And obviously, one of the objectives of the course, communicate with peers to analyze problems in material selection and design and develop skills for working in a collaborative environment. This is in accordance to ABET G, that the students shall be able to communicate material concepts effectively through written reports, oral presentation, and discussion. These are some of the activities, like the think, pair, share, 3 to 5 minutes at table. The students, you discuss in pairs and then share with class, and other activities were like practical demos and experiments such as like the shape memory alloy. Each student were given a piece of shape memory alloy, nitinol wire, and a lighter, of course, not hot water. And so they play with that, and I took advantage of fantastic videos on the YouTube to support these activities. Also, other activities I'm curious about at the end of each section after midterms. But probably the most challenging part is the micro projects. We had 3 micro projects. Each micro project had 5% of the total grade. And in micro project number 1, the students prepared an illustrated text. In number 2, they prepare and present an illustrated poster, and so we had a poster presentation. And in number 3, they prepare and deliver a short presentation and discussed a research proposal. Like, for example, in micro project number 1, which was in the first part of the course, it was on diffusion and technological importance of diffusion. I got the idea from Professor Mike Ashby from Cambridge, and this is in fact the information from this company And the challenge was to do this in a high enrollment class, such as like on average 200 students per semester. And they were working in groups assigned based on interest, 3 to 4 students per group. Well, I've gradually increased it into up to 6 students. And preparation was in 1 week, 3 class days. Approximately 50% of class time given for group was to work in class. And then, like in the poster display, it was presented in the class. And we also had a bonus for the best posters. This is the template for work project number 1, of course, which they had to use this Google Doc, shared Google Doc, and just fill this template. And this is the rubric, grading rubric. Just grading was based on completion. And the working days was about 25 minutes, just almost half of the class, and 3 consecutive class. And the macro project number 2 had a poster presentation, and the students displayed a poster slide in their table or on their laptop, and they will take turn standing on their poster or walking to look at others. And this is like how we did that. We divided, when we had a group of 3, we are divided in A, B, C. And so A present and B and C wander around. And then after 10 minutes, they switch the location. And these are some poster presentation pictures. Very fun and interesting. The student loved it. Micro project number 3, as I said, it was to prepare a research proposal actually. And we also had some reflective writing assignments and asked them, what did you learn from watching? What did you learn from presenting? And how did you manage the group works? And these are some student feedback that some liked it, some didn't. And of course, some were neutral. And I'm indebted to the former and present chairs of the department, Professor Donald Stone, Paul Boyles, Susan Babcock, and of course the rich redesigning for active learning higher enrollment classes support team, Dr. Daniel Pill, the lead of the group, Jim Burling, Margin Anderson, and Michael Harry. And of course, I was privileged to have several TAs in this process of 2 to 3 years, and Franklin Hobbs was the greatest, had the greatest impact. Thanks for watching.